So, very important, you have to add your WordPress websites, right? So, we do this in sites and publishing. You see here add new site, so you put all the information here. You see a WordPress site, you see category overview. I already have a couple of websites, English, Spanish, and Dutch for to test. I want to show how to connect these studios media. So what I do is I put this out, and we're gonna add it in here. So, but before we're gonna do this, I decided not to use a plugin or to create a plugin, because the more plugins in your website, the more you're weakening the website, right? So, like with SEO Neo, you connect with an API URL and an application password, but you have to know where to create it, right? So we go to users. This is the website. It's already there, admin. You go to it and you scroll down and you see here new application password name. So you can use your username. You put this in and then you say add application password. I did already, so I'm not going to do again. And I have it already, of course, I saved it in a notepad, so you also do this. So sometimes you not see this application passwords. This is because of plugins. You have plugins, safety plugins, like I think I forgot the name, but there is. They also tell you what you have to put out or to put on. So then after that you can see this application password. But normally you should see it. So put in your password name, and I would go for admin in this case, and then you add the application password, and that gives you different kind of password than the normal WordPress password. So let's go to WP Publisher Pro. So we start with the WordPress site, you know, or maybe better, you start with the website, and I always do like this, so more easy. There is this is important, WordPress API URL. So you see WP minus JSON. So you do exactly what you see here. So if you take your website and then like this, site text. This is something is interesting because you can put in your if you have a lot of websites, it's a good idea to have some text that you can see. Oh, it's marketing, web design, business. So what you can do is, in this case, I do web design for now. Application password. This I never use, but I always use application password. Username, and now of course I'm gonna blur this. So hang on, I put in admin, this don't care, you know, and I put in application password. Oh, I don't have to blur. So now what I do is add site. You have to wait. It tries to connect. And site added, connection verified, and category synchronized. Category synchronized not always works, but even, you know, if it didn't always work, I prefer to double check things. And there is another thing. Sometimes, and this is in every tool like SEO Neo where you do the same connection, sometimes the application password is not working. It says, but cannot connect, blah, blah, blah. Then use the password you use to log in a WordPress site. So that's something I think is very important for you to know. And then it works. It's 99.9%. It works if the application password is not working. I don't know why, but sometimes it has something to do with the hosting. And then you use the normal password and you put it in here. So it's okay. And now you're gonna see down here the studio media. Connection useful, authenticated as Teresa Brown. That's the writer. And if I click on this, it connection successful authenticated. So if you're in doubt if something is not working, you just do a test connection. But I always prefer to go to the category overview, and then I want to see, and here are your categories. So you have them. Now sometimes that's the AI, cannot help this. This is AI. It not adds the categories. And if you create a content in the content editor, you have to choose the category after the content is created. So you don't want that. You want it, like this, the way I show you. So that's it for WordPress site.
Hi, I created a special plugin because some hostings can be really a pain in the ass. They have too much protection. This is the plugin, WP Publisher Connector. You open it in WordPress and then you install, activate, and then you go to, I think it was settings, and then you go to here. User ID means if you have more than one user. Here you see, this is the most important thing, generate new API key. So this, you can generate a new one if you want. You can do like this, then you have another one. But this is very important for the connection. So we are in Sites and Publishing. You can see there is another one, but this is a .nl. We go in this case for the .com. And I already fill in some things. You have to put in WP-JSON, and you can, if you want to put site tag. I'm not going to do that now. I give it a name, but I'm going to call this ENG. And this is the difference in what you saw first in the video. This one, we go for this. Forget this, by the way. We go for the Publisher Connector plugin, and then we're gonna put in the API key, and then we say add site. So it says site added, connection verified, and category synchronized. The categories are most of the time synchronized, but this is me, I always like to double check. So I'm gonna see there's only one category in this case, so that's correct. And this is the way you connect your website with the plugin. So if you have problems with the normal application password, I use SimWriter and SEO Neo. They have the same connection, and sometimes it really is not working. It's what it is. It's the hosting. So with this plugin, you have a better result. But to be honest, most of the time, it's 99% it works. Anyway, that's it. The plugin, yeah, it's a good one. You're gonna see, I'm gonna show you where you can download it. Okay, bye bye.